Okay, Mark. So yeah, we'll wait for the questions to roll in here. What makes Flokk stand out compared to your competition?
What makes us stand out is we're in the process. We've built purpose-built hardware for use at animal side. That simplifies it. The current solutions that are out there for animal side tend to use commodity hardware like tablets or phones, and a separate RFID reader. It means extra hands, extra people, extra cost. By integrating the RFID reader with the business logic for the herd management, you end up with a much simpler solution.
Amazing. Again, we've had some individuals join here. If you have any questions, feel free to pop in the Q&A or the chat box, and I'll get Mark to answer those. Yeah, so great answer there. Can you talk a little bit about your team? What makes Flokk the right individuals to tackle this problem you're solving?
Actively working on the project, the team is myself. I am lucky to have two key advisors. Paul Gervais is a senior investment professional with Alberta Agriculture, and my other advisor is Dale Johnson. He's a former MLA and a retired chair of FCC. So, but that is our priority at the moment, is to expand the team. And
are you currently looking to raise?
Yes, we are doing some looking to. Yes, we are looking to raise.
Okay, yeah. Do you have a set amount, or you're just sort of playing it by ear with your advisors at the moment?
We have a business plan that has us looks at a raise for $500,000. We think that'll will position us to get to the position that then we can sustain the organization going forward.
Perfect. And then what are your plans for those funds? Like, let's say, you have that miraculous angel investor. Hey, so Mark, here's your $500,000.
We have two key things we need to work on. We need to formalize our marketing plan and get that going. We're getting a start at that fall. We've got a presence at the livestock trade shows and farm industry trade shows and livestock exhibits as that starts to go up. We could use some help on the software side. We've got a good handle on the device. We now need to get our web presence built out.
Awesome. Yeah, I commend you bringing technology into the ag space. I know farmers are slow to move in that direction, but it's commendable for you. So I got 4 questions here. Hardeep asked, can you let us know about RFID efficiency and what you expect more from that?
Sorry, I didn't quite.
Can you please let us know about RFID efficiency and what you expect more from that?
The RFID is a small part of what we do. Every livestock animal in Canada has one of these on it already. It's a RFID tag. It's for traceability. It goes back to BSE is the origins of it. For most producers, it's a burden. They're required to pay for it. They have to maintain it. They get no value out of it. Flokk lets them use that RFID tag to quickly and reliably identify the animal, to simplify the record keeping and collection process. So we're very much trying to find a solution that leverages the tools that are there, doesn't add extra, and doesn't add extra expense and burden to the producer. As a matter of fact, we're trying to take away a lot of expense and burden.
Great. We got another question here from Nanette. Have you looked at I don't know if it's the CAIN funding opportunity, CAIIN funding opportunity?
We've looked a bit at CAIN. CAIN requires a partnership with an institution, and while we have an excellent working relationship with Olds College, we haven't been able to work that out there yet. We're pleased to announce that we have gotten some funding from RDAR, results-driven agriculture research. They are supporting us in doing our field testing. So we're very appreciative of that support. We've also received a micro grant from Alberta Innovates to help us with our work. And we've had support from IRAP.
Okay, we got 5 minutes here with Mark. So again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat box, Q&A, and we'll get Mark to answer them. He's done great so far. So Mark, can you speak a little bit about your target market? Are you going to solely focus on Alberta for the time being, or are you looking at other markets?
Our initial focus is cow-calf operators in Alberta for 2 reasons. easily accessible to us because of our location, and my background gives me enough knowledge to get a reasonable prototype in place to easily engage. Our business plan is based on achieving some good traction here in Canada. Interestingly, just a few months ago, the USDA announced the US is starting the process of moving to RFID tags. The US is well behind Canada, so I think there's some unique opportunities here to develop and prove a product in Canada, and it's going to find a ready American market.
That was going to be one of my questions, any regulatory challenges you face, so that's good. I'm glad US is following our lead and getting more stringent on that. I got a question here from Chris. Do you expect this type of technology to be widely adopted in the near future, or will this just be niche?
Well, it depends what you mean by widely adopted. Our targets are quite aggressive within the cow-calf space. We really want to become the dominant platform for animal side operations. We just want to achieve that by partnering with the other players involved. Our model is really use the device once at the animal side, collect the data, and then we're keen to work with other parties to provide that data. We do think we have something unique here in terms of a really affordable, high-function platform that's optimized for outdoor operations. And there's all sorts of opportunities for that outside of livestock. So in a perfect world, yes, you'll be using a Flokk in all sorts of situations.
Perfect. Again, we have a few minutes. Any other questions? Fire away for Mark here. So have you started anything with regards to an IP strategy or any thinkings there with your advisors on what route you want to take there?
We are working with an IP specialist law firm. Okay. We originally didn't think we did have much patentable, but indications are no, we do. We have some patentable aspects of it. So yeah, we are working on an IP strategy.
That will help with your incoming investment for sure.
You certainly want to have that question, answered.
Yes, definitely. All right, we got a question from Majid here. Can you estimate the global market for RFID technology and its application on livestock management?
Global? Our focus is on Canada. There's and again, it depends what you mean, the aspects of it. I mean, our RFID tags in Canada is like a $4 or $5 million a year industry because there's 1 million cattle produced every year and they all need an RFID tag. But that's just the sale of the tag, which up until now has had very limited application, certainly for the primary producers. There is application for it downstream of that through the processor side. That's what we're trying to do, is unlock the value of that for the primary producer, the cow-calf operation.
And data is gold.
And that's really exactly, data is gold. This is a field that has enormous amounts of data. We're trying to find the happy medium with a tool that will engage and the producers will use so that we can start to unlock that data.
Love it. Hardeep has another follow-up question here. Do you think UHF RFID will bring change?
It's so much of it comes down to cost on it. It is not as distance of RFID tags is not as big a deal to deal with it, because you don't want an RFID tag with a long read range, because if I've got 20 calves shoved in a chute, the heads are all tangled up like this. When the reader goes beep, I have to know which animal where it is, and if I'm reading from 30 feet away, how am I going to know? We're going to monitor those technologies. Really, our strategy at the moment is we want to use the technologies that's there, familiar with the users, to become a familiar and trusted platform for the producers, and that's going to be the key thing to be positioned to take advantage of those new technologies as they come forward.
Awesome. Yeah, great breakout session, Mark. Thank you so much. We're almost at the 9:05. We'll schedule our panel here on the main stage at 9:10, so you have about a 5-minute break. If you want to reach out, we got one last question, Chris. What type of investors are you looking in your $500,000 raise? Just money or advisement?
The perfect situation is informed money and advisement. We've been fortunate to be involved with Foresight. We've got some good advisory services, but you know, at the end of the day, the advice and the connections are almost more valuable to the funds. Thank you for your time. flokk.ca. You can find more information, and there's links there. You can book an introductory meeting if you want to get into more details.
Again, thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for all our participants for your wonderful questions. Let's head back to the main stage, and thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.